Welcome to Ecclesia Principles, a biblical strategy for believers to engage in God's design for government with Ray Eppard.
Hello, glad you could join us again today. This week, we are looking at the spiritual dynamics of government. And with this, we've seen from Daniel chapter 10 that Satan, according to Ephesians chapter 6, has spiritual wickedness in heavenly places, the prince of Persia, the prince of Greece, and that when authority changes from one nation to another, Greece defeated Persia, then the spiritual ruler in heavenly places changed. And that was really precipitated by Daniel's prayer. Now, with this, we saw also from Deuteronomy 32 that God, when he established the nations, that he set their boundaries, and he set the boundaries according to the Ben Elohim. He did it according to the sons of God, or the angels of God. And that God has a structure with an angel over each one. Now, we've referenced several times this week that Michael is that prince over Israel. So let's go to Daniel chapter 12. I just want to read it so that you can see that this is in Scripture. I don't want you to believe it because I'm saying it. You need to believe it because it is in the Bible. Now, Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, and it's really a prophecy about the end times and ultimately the tribulation period. Verse 1, it says, "At that time Michael shall stand up, the great prince who stands watch over the sons of your people." And he goes on there and he says, "And there shall be a time of trouble, such as was never since there was a nation, even to that time. And at that time your people shall be delivered, every one who is found written in the book." Now notice, with all that is talking about here, he says, Michael shall stand up. And that, in other words, he's going to go into action. He's going to go into action. In other words, Israel will be under threat. And he says, Michael will stand up. And notice how he describes Michael, the great prince who stands watch over the sons of your people. In other words, he is saying that Michael is assigned to Israel. Michael is assigned to Israel. And when Israel comes under threat, when God's plan for Israel comes under threat, Michael stands up. Just like in Daniel chapter 9 that we saw, God's plan for Israel was for them to be set free from their captivity at a certain point. Daniel was praying to that end. Gabriel is bringing the message to Daniel, but the prince of Persia withstands him, trying to stop the plan of God. So what does Michael do? He joins the fight. He stands up, he joins the fight. The prince of Persia is defeated, replaced by the prince of Greece, but Israel is released from their captivity on time, on schedule. Michael stands up. Why? Because he stands watch over the sons of your people. Now again, Deuteronomy chapter 32 that we read told us that God established the bounds of the nations, and he did so according to the Ben Elohim, according to the sons of God, the angels of God. So not only does Israel have a prince, now here we know his name is Michael, but there is a prince of God, there is an angel of God, there is a Ben Elohim, an angelic son of God that is assigned to the United States. And God has boundaries established for the United States. Every nation, again, Acts 17 says that God, from one blood, he made all people, but he established the boundaries of their nations. He did that, as Deuteronomy 32 tells us, at the Tower of Babel. He did it at the Tower of Babel when he divided them into the nations. Every nation has that angelic being. If you would, it's not spiritual wickedness in heavenly places. It's just a heavenly places ruler. There's a heavenly places ruler. If you would, under that one, there are principalities and powers, godly principalities and powers. And like on Satan's side, where there is the rulers of the darkness of this world, and we're going to get into a little bit of that tomorrow, then there is a corresponding aspect on God's side. Because Satan is not a creator. He is an imitator and a perverter. And so he has mirrored God's structure, if you would. And so we need to understand that when things happen in that spiritual realm, it creates changes on the earth through governments. That's the spiritual dynamics of government. Join us again tomorrow and we'll continue our study. God bless you.